What is up, legends? Scion here. Alright. As you guys can see right here, Netmarble addressed their, I guess people were calling it false advertisement, and said literally something that I think me, Nagato, and a few other people said before this game even came out, that the characters are going to be eventually in banners. And I'm saying this in the video to kind of get everybody, to get it ingrained into everybody's head, because I looked at Gacha Gaming and the Discord and everything else, and I think people are still not understanding that this is still a gamble-based game, and that every character eventually is going to be up for people to get. So if you don't get it in the banner, you eventually will get it some way, shape, or form. So even if you like me last week, what you saw what happened to me last week, I pitied twice and didn't get them. I'm not out here raging and saying I'm going to quit the game because I just didn't get one character that literally lasted 1 week in meta, and now he's just negated all the fuck, so it doesn't even matter right now. And that's literally what happened. He lasted 1 week in meta, 6 days and change, and the next character that came out made him ass. So I'm kind of like, people wilding over a character that's not even meta really anymore right now. It's just kind of amusing to me. But I kind of get where they felt a little bit salty. And all right, so let's just put it out there right now. It's been like this all the time in JP. The only difference in this right now is that they are moving in a much expedited, I guess that wouldn't be the right term, so a much expedited fashion compared to JP. Like, they're moving really fast with updates right now. So, like, we're gonna probably catch up to JP really fast the way at the rate that they're going. And they've done this with their, like, the last 3 games that came out. They've done the exact same thing. So it's pretty much like a par for the course at this point. That's what's gonna happen with this game. With that said, as far as the other things, while people were raging and everything else, I actually said something towards the company. I said, hey, look, you gotta be careful, because people will picket fits and start crying. You have YouTubers crying, you have people on Reddit crying and everything else, saying they're gonna quit life, and they waited all their life to play this game and they just gonna quit and stuff like that. Be super fucking dramatic for no reason. And like, they've never played video games before, and they don't know that when something is effed up, that it takes a few days or a next patch cycle to actually fix it. Everybody all of a sudden forgets all of that shit, like they're programmers, and says, oh my god, if they don't fix it, I'm just gonna review bomb and everything. Look. I'm gonna be the adult in the room and the voice of reason right now to say gaming doesn't work like that. You gotta give a company at least a patch cycle or 2 to fix stuff. And they said in the next patch they're gonna have it there, which is why I didn't say anything until now. I'd said something privately, and I also said something privately about this because I don't like this. I think this is too much. We'll use him as an example. This is too much. You don't. There's enough things in this game that you don't need to outright take away effort. This is taking away effort and time. People don't have to do anything. They don't have to earn anything. They just have to spend $24 in 6-star character. They don't have to grind it. They don't have to go to the location and get pieces. They don't have to understand the game. They don't have to look at builds and understand the character. $24, 6-star character. In concept for a company, that's a good idea. But community-based, that's not a good idea, because it makes people feel badly. This is equivalent of clothing with gear on it, to be honest with you. Just don't do this. Because there's no in-game way to do that besides $24. If we can save up 200 crystal and do that for a character, Like, Netmarble, you have to learn, and I've told you this in the past other games, you cannot have just prices on stuff and no in-game equivalent of it. You can put an in-game equivalent on that, and you just are not learning at this point. And I keep telling you to not do that. I've been dealing with Netmarble a long time, and I'm not scared to actually tell the truth and say stuff like, you can't do stuff like this in gaming. It's not okay anymore. There needs to be an in-game equivalent. It's fine if you want to have that $24 there, but you know what? There needs to be another tab and say, okay, y'all don't got $24, grind 200 crystal and you get this. That's fine, because you know what? The person grinded it. And if they want to not worry about, you know, going after character or summoning everything else like that, and they wanted a specific character to be 6-star, that they just got the character, they got them luckily from a ticket or something else like that, they can spend their crystal. 200 might be a little bit much, but maybe 120 or 150 or something like that. You have it in other places in the game. It needs to be here for this. This shouldn't be happening right now. And there's no, like, and Wales are not going to be bothered from it because they're still going to put their $24 on it, but you just can't have stuff like this. So, like I said, like, I already reiterated this, but I'm going to put it in the video because I'm not going to be that guy that's like, oh my God, I'm going to quit and tell people to review bomb the game, and I'm so upset because I can't be #1 and some shit like that. That's, you know, that my parents ain't raised no bitch. I ain't no bitch, okay? I'm just putting it out there. I'm quitting and getting mad about stuff and going on Discord and Reddit and everything else, and trying to abuse moderators and get everybody hyped up and amped up to try to down a game that you actually want to succeed and you want something to fix. You know what you do when you do that? For one, you make the company not listen to the people who are talking. Because if you're sitting out there, you know, F Netmarble, and they're assholes and everything else, you know what happens? If you are the one person that had some reason, like what I just said just now with, you know, putting a crystal component on here to make it equal to free-to-play having a shot compared to the whales, and the whales can still whale and the free-to-play can still free-to-play, you don't get listened because the community is sitting up there throwing fire at the company. That is not how you do things, community. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way. All you do is make yourself slowly but surely not get listened to. It's happened time and time again. I can tell you because I work with a lot of these companies, including Netmarble, and every single time that happens, they just ignore everybody. And it's not the first time I've said it, and it's not the first time that a company came behind me when I said it and said, no, this is how it works. So I'm telling you again, in this particular community, that does not work. Review bombing does not work because all you're doing is trying to basically slowly killing a game that you want to get better. And that's like, why? Why would you do that? If you want to protest, here's how you protest. I'm gonna hit you with the realest right now. Everybody stop spending. Stop spending. That's all you got to do. That's all. You don't got to rage. You don't got to get your blood pressure up. You don't have to start pulling out t-shirts and your muscle shirt and getting mad and start typing all hard on the keyboard like somebody actually cares about that. You have to do anything like that. Stop spending. That's everybody from free to play to casual to hardcore. Play the game freely. You know what happens when you play a free to play game freely and the company sees that everybody is pissed off and don't want to spend anything? They fix that shit. They fix it every single time that happens. That's how you do that. Y'all want to get together and start, I guess you could say, protesting things like that. That's how you do it. You don't do it raging out, bothering mods, throwing up all types of rage over stuff that you should just really wait 3 or 4 days and just make like a common orderly matter. Make some type of post to say, hey, look, this is ass. Please fix it. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do, guys. That's it. That's why you didn't see me say anything until now. I looked and I saw the patch notes and I saw the video and I was like, oh my God. Even during the video, I was like, the minute that I saw this, I was like, while I was literally making that video, I opened up a little text thing and was like, all right, I got to send the email because this is about the stupidest thing I've seen so far. So let me hit them up and say, hey, you know, this ain't gonna work. Like, this ain't gonna work. Now, me as a content creator, I can do stuff like that because I worked with them in the past. Not everybody can do that, but I wish more content creators would take that route rather than raging out on it. Because I watched several content creators just probably mainly for views or whatever else, just rage out and start bashing the game when they easily have made hundreds and thousands of dollars so far in the game. Like, bruh, just be professional about it and say, hey, this ain't gonna work. And if they ignore you, put your hands up and say, I'm taking my business elsewhere. You know, that's how you do it. That's how mature adults do it. But I know, I can't tell other adults how to fucking grow up. So anyway. With that said, I don't know, man. Like, I'm still playing the game. Like even with all this stuff, what I would do is I would just not spend and not encourage anybody to spend. I would stop talking about the things that would lead people to spend money, which is what I've done before in the past with Netmarble. And they understood. Like, I just like with the whole, if you guys remember when they had the whole clothing thing, I stopped talking and stopped covering all of the clothing altogether. It just didn't exist to me anymore. I didn't show you guys in the video. I didn't talk about it. Even when there was an update on it, I didn't say anything about it. I just didn't cover it. I'm not going to cover this Fully Awakening bullshit because it shouldn't be in the game. This is literally the last time you're going to see it. Or the last time you're going to see me even say anything about it. Like, if I could just cut that piece of the screen out, I would. But, you know. Is what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna keep playing. We do have 3 spots in the guild for active people right now because we had to remove people who just either quit or just not playing up the standards and stuff like that. It's like that when you have a large guild and people want to get ahead of rankings and stuff like that. You can't have people who are just not doing anything, like, you know, like just logging on and saying hi and then bye and stuff like that. That's all well and good, but you know, you gotta produce something out here, and that's what's going on right now. I have both Merlins up to 70. I just didn't 6-star the new one yet because she's not really a DPS to begin with. So over the time I'll get the 6 chalice to finally finish her out, but I'm not gonna go crazy for it. You know, it is what it is. But guys, remember, if you really want to protest stuff, best way to protest it is just don't spend, and encourage people don't spend, and everybody just play the game freely. And when the company sees that they're paying for servers that nobody's gonna give them money to, they fix stuff. And just like really fast, you know, they recognized that stuff was incorrect, and you know, okay, well, you know, maybe something happened and it was taken out, there was some type of error, something made that could very well be, because remember that this stuff is being translated over from JP to English, so it could have honestly just been a mistake. And it's a weird mistake for them to literally try to do it on purpose to try to like rob you guys. Like, I don't think that was the storyline at all. I just think it was an honest mistake because that's not really benefiting them. To be honest with you, we all were trying to summon on the character and stuff like this. They just not gonna just magically now decide, hey, let's do this now and piss everybody off. I don't see a purpose of that, to be honest with you. That's me. And that's about it. So you guys could, you know, I guess debate it in the comment section if you like. Talk about other things that you don't like that are going on right now. Do it in a calm and orderly fashion, because again, they do look at my videos and stuff like that. So if you want yourself to be heard and not just be disregarded, just come up with some good stuff. Like, that's all you really gotta do at the end of the day. I will catch you guys next video. I hope you guys heed my advice on this, and just and this is community wide. I hope the community heeds my advice that if you want gaming companies to really listen and then have a good rapport, that to the point where a company will move extremely fast and fix stuff for you, then you got to respect them. Even if you feel that you're being dicked over and stuff like that, you still got to respect them. And you trust me, you will get a whole lot farther than raging and throwing up picket signs and everything else. So catch you guys later. Be legendary. Peace.